Okay, we have another video for AZEROTH at War. They're doing another showcase, or spotlight rather, of new playable races that you could play on their upcoming server. Now, I already did one with the, what was it? It was the Furbolg and the, oh god, I don't remember what the other one was. Something. Anyway, this one is supposed to be for Quel'Dorei and Forest Troll. Quel'Dorei being Alliance and Forest Troll obviously being for the Horde. I've already watched this video yesterday while at work, but we're going to be watching it today so I can show you guys. And by the way, there is one other announcement with this video regarding this server. We'll get to that when we get to that though. So introducing the Forest Trolls. Now, off the bat, you can tell that is the Hinterlands. And part of this video, you see a lot of Genta Allure. Now, this looks like the starting area right here. There's Genta Allure. I wonder if we're going to be able to level in there, or if it's just showcasing it off as in like, oh yeah, it's here, you know, it's part of the Hinterlands, which is where the starting zone for these guys is going to be. I don't know if we're going to actually be able to use that as like a player city for, you know, the racial city for the forest trolls, but that'd be pretty neat. Just showing off Hinterlands, there's your forest trolls, and there's the customization of it right there. Now, if you remember, we have all of the different new playable races, as well as some old ones. Like, you have goblins, but they're vanilla goblins, they're not cataclysm ones. You got Draenei here, we got Naga, we got the Blood Elves, there's the Quel'Dorei, which will be next. We got Worgen, Ogre, Furbolg, oh, the Frost Trolls, Murlocs. Oh yeah, were Murlocs? I think Murlocs were the ones that were showcased last time. Anyway, and we got Broken. So they're showcasing off the Forest Troll. Looks like the armor works. I believe these are one of the few non-playable races that actually by default already worked with the armor, because a lot of these, let me go back real quick, a lot of the races in World of Warcraft that you can't play as normally are able to use the player armor by default. Naga is one of them. They can wear every headpiece, piece rather, except for the headpiece. People are like, well, what about their legs and their feet? Kilt and a tail ring. That's literally what it is. Just most of the time when you see them in-game wearing player armor, it's typically chest and shoulders, maybe gloves. The only thing they can't wear is helmet. So I don't know if these guys are gonna fix how they wear helmets, but or just leave it so they don't have a helmet on. I'm perfectly fine with them not wearing a helmet. I like to see the frills and the fangs and everything. Ogres, I don't remember if Ogre was able to wear armor or not. The Forest Trolls and I think Frost Trolls were able to. I don't remember off the bat. Quel'Dorei, obviously they can, because it's just Blood Elves reskinned. Worgen, if they use the Cataclysm one, then yes. Vanilla one could not, but I believe they are using the Cataclysm version. And Broken, I believe, are one of the races that can use player armor. Vanilla Goblins, I don't quite remember, but it's possible. I mean, Turtle Wow already did it, so I'm not sure if they were one of the races or not. But on that topic, there are a lot of races that can use player armor, one of them being Vrykul. Now, not getting them at the launch, but it's highly possible to be getting them later. And there's other races that are like that. But even then, there's no limits because, you know, Furbolg and Murloc could not normally wear player armor. So that's something that, you know, everything's up for debate now. And then here's the Quel'Dorei. They're also starting in the Hinterlands. This is the, oh god, I don't remember what it's called, but it's the area right next to Airy Peak. If you're a Horde player, you have to go there and kill a shit ton of elves, and I think you have to rescue a couple of people. I remember having to circle that whole thing because there was never enough rangers to kill. I always had to look for them. So that makes me wonder if they're going to be turning Hinterlands from a level 45 area into a level, like, 1 to 10 area. Which, if they're overhauling the world and adding new quests and everything, it's possible that it will be fine. It's just, Hinterlands is one of those keystone zones. I like the face paint, by the way. It's optional, but you can have face paint, which is pretty cool. And that's pretty much it for those guys. And they're wearing it's just basically blood off of blue eyes and face paint, which is fine. But anyway, yeah, Hinterlands is a keystone zone, because if you did not know, back in 1.0 or 1.1 or whatever the fuck patch of vanilla, there were no quests in Hinterlands or Searing Gorge, so you had a whole chunk of level 45 to 50 where there was no quests. You could find quests outside of the zone that bring you in to do stuff, but nothing inside of the zone itself. So there was a whole chunk of you just had to grind. But in a later patch of vanilla, they added the quests into Searing Gorge and Hinterlands, but almost all of them were just grindy, go kill 40 dwarf quests. Either way, they are kind of necessary in order to progress that patch, that group of levels there. So I don't know how they're going to balance that out if they turn this into a level 1 to 10 zone, because it looks like they would be if you can play as these guys in the Forest Trolls, which start off in this zone. Or another thing they could do is, it could be, you know how Gilneas in Cataclysm is instanced off as a starting zone, and then when you leave and come back, now it's its thing in the world, but it's not a starting zone, it's just a whatever zone. I wonder if they could do that, like you're instanced off in this zone while leveling, and then when you leave and come back, now it's a level 45 zone. Fuck if I know. It's not really confirmed on how they're going to do this, I'm just speculating right now. But one last announcement for this video, and it is, they finally have a Discord. So their Discord, I'm going to try to link it in this video here. If not, you can go to this video. It is linked here. Also, my Discord channel, which is going to be linked as well. You could go there. I've linked their channel into my channel. So you can access it many different ways. Now, unfortunately, this video is coming out a little bit late because they did promise the first 10 and then 20, they changed the number. People who joined get confirmed access into their upcoming closed beta whenever that will be. And they've already filled in those slots as of recording this. I was already like, when I joined, there was already like 10 people, and then they're like, oh, so many people are joining, let's make it 20. And then within an hour, 20 people had already joined. So either way, that's just confirmed people. Whenever it's time for the closed beta, they will be randomly selecting 30 or 40 more, whatever it is, people to join in to try out the closed beta. So if you want that opportunity whenever it comes around, I'm saying that because we don't know the date, and I'm trying to nail it into your head so people don't keep asking me. It is a possibility you might be chosen to try out their closed beta. So anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. Subscribe to them, subscribe to me if you want news and covering this server. I'm so far hyped just on the races alone. We still haven't seen any zones, but yeah. Anyway, you know what? Let's make this video a little bit longer, because I'm going to tell you why you should join their Discord channel. Check this out. This is a bonus section here. I'm going to their Discord right here. Boom. The reason why you should join if you're interested in this server is they have an entire page here dedicated to their progression of developing the server. Now you can see right here, zones like Eversong Woods, it says original, so it doesn't look like they'll be changing the zone per se. They might add additional quests, additional custom quests, but in terms of layout, overall zone design, and story, it will be original. All of these other zones will be hauled over in some way. They haven't really specified as to what degree, but they do say they are going to overhaul out of the zones. Durotar is completed. Elwyn Forest is 45% completed. So that means once they get at least, like, I would say the first, like, 20, like, level 20 zones, we might be seeing a little bit more something. But for right now, it doesn't look like they have a lot of progression on the zones themselves. A lot of the like TBC zones are going to be original, but also check this out. Gilneas. Now, Worgen are going to be playable, so that's not really a surprise, but it's still cool that we're going to be getting Gilneas in this server. If you go down here, classes, Death Knight is disabled. They added that to tell people there is no Death Knight. However, they are working on a custom Necromancer class, which is 25% done. Looks like they haven't really worked on the other classes as of yet. Here are the races, though. Worgen are 70% done. Goblin are 25% done, but all of the other races are, it looks like, done. They're playable and ready to go. New skins, so you'll be able to have new skins as the various races. For orcs, they've added 3. Trolls, they've added 2. Tauren, they've added 1 new one. Dwarf, 4. Gnome, 1. And other, as in other additional stuff. Looks like they've made no progression on transmog, but I didn't even know transmog was going to be a thing on this server, but okay. Azera Crater Battleground. If you did not know, that was supposed to be in an original BG in vanilla that was cut content. So that's going to be added in, but they haven't made work on it yet. Website, they are 40% done. Sub-races. Well, I mean, if they added Ice Troll and Forest Troll, those are technically sub-races. And High Elf, too. So, why would there be sub-races when there's already sub-races in the race category? Anyway, and pet collection, so I guess more pets to collect is 30% done. I think they should wait on pet stuff. Pets are cool and all, but wait until you at least get some of the zones done, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather get to playing the server than being like, oh yeah, you know, you can get a pet baby Kodo, but I can't play the game, so. And then the skins, I mean, those are just easy. They're already in the game files, just make it accessible, so that I'm not worried about. Pet collections, sub-races, whatever. But yeah, that's a reason why you do want to join this server. We've already got a ton of people who've joined, and you could join too. So I will link it down either in the comments or description, and I'll see you next time. Subscribe if you want more news on this server. See ya.